What am I going to do with the rest of my life, Lord? I ask yet again. It's a matter of availability. Daddy's hobbling around telling everyone about his operation. His secondary operation. Another one? I would have come home earlier. It was hardly life-threatening, Mum said. There was a scare that I had meningitis, Dad replied indignantly. It transpired that he'd needed an operation for third-degree acne. He'd developed a spotty back. And he's nearly 63. Well, the hospital dermatologist decided it couldn't be hormonal, but was aghast about what was happening to me. The doctors got in a terrible state about the spots and thought I might have contracted meningitis. In the end, they discovered an infectious agent had been imported into the hospital by my wife. Instead of sending Dad in with a face flannel as listed in the what to bring list, Mum had packed a toweling beer mat so that it could be thrown away afterwards. She doesn't want any possibility of contagion entering our house. Albert had left the beer mat at home when he put in a new bath after Alistair split the pink one. He had been given it at the pub when he went to fix their toilets and had probably been using it for unspeakable moppings. It was perfectly clean. I'd put it through the washing machine, Mum objected. Washing machines don't kill beery yeast spores. It would have been fine if the nurses hadn't given you bed baths, quite unnecessary. When they'd scrubbed my back with this cloth, Dad said, whatever was lurking on the beer mat worked its way into my skin and instigated the infection. Someone came into my room wearing a disposable white boiler suit with a hood and mask. They silently produced a long pair of tongs, picked up the beer mat and took it away in a kidney bowl. This was just as well. Dad had developed such painful spots that he couldn't lie on his back, and they had to get a scalpel to him. My poor father was like Job with the boils. Only Aunt Daphne, Olivia said, could try to kill someone with a beer mat. 3rd of January. I keep thinking about availability. When I worked on television dramas, we'd never ask theatrical agents whether such and such an actor was out of work, but if they were available for a part. Would Hannah Gordon be available to play the part of Mrs. Durrell? It was also a polite way of asking whether she would consider the role. It was almost an invitation. Yes, I'm available, is my reply. What's the production called? Are there any love scenes? No answer. Where does my talent lie? They keep telling us in church that we're meant to operate out of our giftings. Wool winding? No, television. Television, where love scenes in the 80s got a bit out of hand. Tamsin said the reason why she stopped acting was that every single leading actress ended up having to take her top off, and worse. While working on My Family and Other Animals, I referred to these as mating scenes, in reference to a playing mantis called Cecily. But we knew all actors loathed love scenes. Perry said that it's all out of her league now. The only vaguely sexy parts she gets to play are in gas board ads, but she still scrutinises scripts for any snogging. Should I start a crusade for the media, for the consequences? Gerald Durrell said that the result of writing an innocent book on the wonders of growing up on Corfu led to the island becoming a package deal destination. Sex culture was introduced that horrified the Greeks, who only allowed their daughters to go swimming in knee-length dresses. It decimated the wildlife he treasured. You hardly see a seagull there now, let alone a barn owl. Gerald Durrell was thrilled to bits that Hannah Gordon was going to play his mother. When I invited her to my zoo, she said she'd just been playing the part of an otter. She'd been Bee's voice in the film when Spike Milligan was Jake.